Hello everyone, my name is Janelle Holsa and welcome back to another Fallout 4 building tutorial, where today we're going to be building once again inside the vaults. Now, as you remember from my last vault build, we built the skeleton of the atrium. Now, not to get too much into medical terms, we're going to be building the different organs and arteries of the atrium, so it can function as I envision the vault to function. So, the atrium, I really plan for it to be a communal marketplace where pretty much everyone goes, where all the shop owners have their shops, and where pretty much everyone hangs out during the day, either working or buying or pretty much interacting with each other. I do build two different types of shops. As you saw from the first shop, I built a sort of open air shop. And for the second shop, this cafeteria that I'm building here, it's also going to be a bit of an open air shop, but I also do build sort of closed in shops, and they're a bit more tighter than the open air shops that I'm building here. And you'll see how I do that in a second. But they're generally, it's just going to have those two different types of shops. The cafeteria here is meant to be more of a, not really diner, but more of a cafe. I even put a stage in the corner. You'll see that in a second. Just a small little stage where maybe performers perform, different music or sing, on occasion. And generally, this is probably a place where everyone sort of hangs out at the end of the day. As you see, I used the warehouse floor. I figured that would be a really good stage for the cafe. And you'll see how I decorate this later in the final tour. So I think it came out really nice, and I really do like it. So as you see, it's not that big, and it is kind of self-explanatory. That's why I didn't go too much into it, so to speak. It kind of is simple. I didn't want to bore you guys showing me building every single shop in the vaults, since there's pretty much a lot, actually. There's probably, I think there's like 4 different shops in the vault. And then the top area is going to have a sort of living accommodations, but it's really going to be meant for a single person or 2 people that are in a relationship. So it's just going to be sort of small and compact, not really meant to be too big or too small. Just, really the perfect size for one person, so to speak. It is a bit cramped though, but I do like how it came out. As you see, I built the sort of, and you may have noticed this from before, that I built around those railroad tracks that you see in the bottom there. I actually have a plan for that area below. This area that I'm building right now is currently the military surplus store, and you'll see in a second what I do with it. You'll see in the final tour how I decorate it. I really do like it. I figured that the military surplus store would be here. There is a hallway to the back, but that's going to be sort of hidden. That's going to be part of the secret in my vault. The vault is going to have a lot of secrets, from different passageways to abandoned areas to generally a lot of things. I don't want to spoil it all for you, but it's going to have a lot to watch out for, and really just, a lot to explore, pretty much, that I'm going to have a lot of fun building it and exploring it myself. I wanted the vault to be really big where even I get lost in it, so yeah. So as you see, there's a little hallway in the back there that sort of goes over those train tracks. Those tracks there, you'll see what I do. I'm going to show you guys how to utilize the different space, or the spaces outside of the area, of the actual vault area. And I think you guys will like it, because I know a lot of you don't like how it's sort of built in a cave, but I'm going to show you guys, like, it's sort of, I'm going to try to make it look at least a bit dug out, like someone dug those holes on the side. Maybe it was, the vault workers, or maybe it was, some other people. Maybe someone who is in the vault dug those different tunnels out. So here I'm building one of the living spaces. Now, as you remember, I said that the living space was going to be generally small and compact, really meant for one person, and this one is sort of meant for one person. As you see, I put those 3 different quarters rooms, and then a cafeteria corner. That is because there's going to be a kitchen and a sort of living room. I'm here taking off the atrium wall just to fit the domestic hallways into place. I do use the domestic hallways for both the bathroom and the bedroom, just because those little floor areas are a bit more closer to the walls. So generally you could put a bit more furniture without it looking like it's in the middle of the room. In the tutorial, though, I do build it out of utility. That's right. I have trouble like pointing different ones out because there's so many. But I do build it out of the utility hallways. I don't really like it because it's a bit thin. And while I was decorating it, I did have a lot of trouble sort of decorating it and making it look good. So I decided to use a domestic, and I changed it up, but you do see it in the final tour, how I change it up. So as you see here, I'm going to build the utility. It's still generally the same thing. Just put the door cap, the corner, and then the hallway, and then the end cap. Not really much to sort of work with. I mean, as you see, it's a bit more limited in space, so it's not really a lot for me to work with, and it is sort of simple to build. So that's, but like I said, it is a bit more compact and a bit more tight. So that was the small living space. That was for the single person. And then here, as you can tell, are the different marketplaces. There's a clothing store, there's a cafe, fully decorated and everything. And as you saw earlier, there's the military surplus up on top. Here's the clothing store. I didn't mean to open up the Pip-Boy there. I put those railings around those dirt things there. You'll see what I do with that eventually. But yeah. Here we're going to call this elevator. This is a mod, by the way. Should be simple to look for. I think it's like Vault elevators. You could use the ones that come with one of the DLCs, but I really don't like them because they're sort of open. So yeah. Here's the military surplus store. As you see, I hid the doorway behind a shelf, and there's pretty much a surplus, or there's pretty much, this is going to be decorated later on. I don't want to decorate it now just for frame rate issues. But as you can see, you move the store shelf and, it's hidden back here, and it leads out to a different area, or leads out to the outer layer of the vault, so to speak. So, yeah. Now we're going to go to the 3rd floor, which is going to be the quarters. I'm not going to show you all the quarters. I'm only going to show you one because they're generally the same thing. This one I did decorate a lot because I really like the quarters. I like building in it. As you can see, it's really small and compact, not really meant to have too much in it. Not really meant to have, so much. It's really meant for one person. As you see, a small bathroom here. There's even a mirror, there's a toilet, even a shower as well. I used one of the shower heads that I got from a DLC that I really liked. And there's a small kitchen. Nothing too much, but, this is just filling in the different parts of the atrium. So, yeah. I did want to make it look like they brought some stuff from the outside in. So, I'm going to be working on that a little more, since it is going to be a vault that scavenges a lot. But yeah, anyway, that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.